So I got 6 Necron warriors and I thought being weird with it. So here's 6 alternative schemes. First up, just like a plain face paint skeleton, I primed him black and dry brushed on some craft white paint to look like bone. I did a soft shade of dark tone, gave him just a plain flat earth by Vallejo base, and that was just kind of it. His arms look a little wonky because for some stupid reason Games Workshop forgot how to make flat surface go against flat surface, and the Necron Warrior kit has a really dumb way of attaching the arms. But either way, next guy, the inevitable candy scheme is the Mr. Bones candy puzzle. So after a primer of white, I painted some areas on him with Centaur Skin by Army Painter, the perfect pastel pink. Then I got light orange by Vallejo, mixed it with a little bit of Centaur for orange areas. Paint purple areas with Oozing Purple by Army Painter. Paint the yellows with Bad Moon Yellow contrast paint, shaded with Seraphim Sepia. And that's basically it for the normal Mr. Bones puzzle candy scheme. If you want to do this on multiple figures, I would recommend being the boring guy and just selecting the individual colors for the full thing. But for Necron, the energy effects, I painted it with Gauss Blaster Green by Citadel, and I gave him an Elemental Bolt base. For the next scheme, I decided for shifter paints, so I primed him with black, and then covered the whole guy with Green Gold Cold Blue by Vallejo. Painted his glowing areas with white, and then on top of it, Striking Scorpion Green by Citadel. Painted his base with Night Blue by Vallejo. And on top of it, Darth Blue by Green Stuff World. And I love how this guy looks. For the next ones, I decided the inevitable Fallout reference, because it's my favorite game franchise, and made it into a synth from Fallout 4. I primed him with black because I didn't really know what I was doing, and I covered him in Spaceship Exterior by Army Painter. Painted his armor areas with ivory to try and look like synth armor. I painted the glowing effects to be Balfaroff Blue because it's the 2 rifles shoot blue lasers. I also trimmed the spikes off the front and painted the tip with Pure Red by Army Painter. Shade the armor areas with Seraphim Sepia, not the white bone areas. Then I remembered that Synth's eyes are yellow, so I went over the glowing areas on the guy himself and not on the gun with Deep Yellow by Vallejo, and shaded the white areas with Apothecary White. The next scheme is the kind of Egypt theme because Necrons are kind of Egypt themed. Also, Tomb Kings. So prime with white and cover him in Skeleton Horror contrast paint. Paint his weapon with Hammered Copper because Egypt Bronze Age. Paint the glowing areas with Void Ship Blue by Army Painter. I painted his base with Khaki by Vallejo Game Color. It is different from Vallejo Khaki Model Color. And if for some reason I mixed it with Void Shield and it came out this kind of pale green color and I used it to rim the base. Soft glaze of Ivory by Vallejo on the guy. Soft glaze of Verdigris on the weapon. And that was kind of it. And then for the inevitable Neopet reference, elderly paint, because the Necrons are the grumpy old men of Warhammer. And well, of course, next to the fandom. So for this guy, I used some Milliput to try and bulk out his legs, which kind of looked terrible, but whatever. And I painted his legs with Blood Angel's Red Contrast to look like pajama bottoms. Painted the rest of his body with Basilicon Gray Contrast. I painted his torso with Chocolate Brown by Vallejo to kind of look like a vest. To do the flannel striping, I used Burnt Red by Vallejo mixed with a little black. And then dot the center of the stripes with black. Clean up the Blood Angel's Red with Pure Red by Army Painter, which is a little easier and kind of harder than it looks and sounds. I highlighted the gray with Neutral Gray by Vallejo. I struggled really hard to figure out what to do with his gun. Of course, elderly, it's sort of meant to look like a leaf blower. Painted his base with Kelly Green by Apple Barrel. I don't know, this one's the one I kind of like the least. It feels like I really struggled to figure out what I wanted to do with him, and it kind of looks like it. But what do you guys think? You like any of these color schemes? Do you not? If you got an alternate color scheme for Necrons, let me know in the comments below.